Of course, we're here for Slap News with Azael Rodriguez. We are going to go over his latest match against Jesse Nutting. Going to bring him in, see what he thought of the match, and what is next for him. Azael, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Really good, thank you. So your fight dropped on Rumble. Did you know that it was going to happen today, or did your phone just blow up as soon as you woke up in the morning?
Nah, man. I've been checking every Wednesday, and it finally happened. It's something that I was eager for them to finally release, and it finally happened today, man.
Yeah, I mean, the tail of the tape, you guys are pretty much identical. Jesse's got a 1-inch reach advantage. Obviously, we don't know, how much of a difference that truly makes in slap fighting at this moment. I know this one kind of seemed, to kind of, be a little personal. I know Jesse talked going into the match ahead of time, and it meant something for you to get up there and, be involved in this match. Was there some extra motivation behind it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. After losing against John, he made some comments that didn't sit well with me. So I was just like, I need to go out there and humble him and make him know who I am. And I'm not just a pushover. So it was pretty personal, and it motivated me to perform.
Awesome, man. I mean, you fought on the taped part of the Power Slap 2 before the actual main card. Was it different not fighting with an audience this time around?
It wasn't too different. I was a little bummed out because they took me out of the card last minute, so it was just something that I wasn't expecting. But like you see right there, my wife and my sister were there, so that's all I needed right there.
Yeah. It was actually kind of neat that they actually cut to, and you can see in the background, there's literally 4 people in the crowd, 2 from each side. Interesting.
It was nice to have that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm sure you could hear absolutely everything being there in that arena. I'm sure whoever was yelling, you could definitely hear it.
For sure.
Yeah, so going up against Jesse, he announces left on 1. Were you surprised, or did you know he was going to pull something like this?
I was surprised. I knew that he goes on with his left. That's something that I was already aware of, but left on 1, that I was pretty surprised about that.
Yeah. So he implemented this new technique with a very straightforward versus kind of a rounding, oval-like roundup. How did that slap feel?
It didn't feel too powerful, but I mean, looking at it now, it did look like it had some power in it. But just feeling it didn't have. I didn't actually feel any power with it. He did hit me in the nose, so that was pretty hard. He hit me. I think he hit me like this. So I felt that one, but as far as just, it wasn't as powerful as it should have been.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse was touting that slap for a while. He hasn't had a matchup, and he's been working on that karate style. And I know you can't hear it right now, but I know Michael Bisping and Dan Haley was talking about that. Training with a karate gym being unique and different. This first one here against Jesse. Was that a right on 1?
That was right on 1.
Yeah. Was that your game plan, or did you change it right in the moment?
No, it was my game plan going in, but I was actually practicing it before going to the match with my wife. She was holding like a pillow, and then we were like kind of talking to see what was going to be best. And I did go with the intention of going right on 3 first, but since he went right on 1, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go right on 1 and just make a statement, and there I did. I hit him pretty hard. You could tell that it hurt him, so it was a good slap. I liked it.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it definitely looked like a great first slap. I mean, you seem to connect really well on it. And, I would say at this point, it looks like you're up, 10-9 to me for that first round.
Yeah.
Jesse coming in with that same style technique. You're staring him down, got a good focus going on. You're shaking your head here. Was your confidence building now that you've taken 2 of them?
Yeah, I think at that point I was like, okay, he's not going to slap me. For me, it was just like, you're not going to slap me harder than what I've already been slapped. I already have I had 3 matches coming into this fight already. And it was just like, oh no, it was actually 4 matches. So I was like, he's not going to slap me harder than any of these other guys.
Yeah. The pace of this match seems to be going pretty quickly. You guys are getting up there back and forth and not wasting any time.
Yeah, no. I was actually, I think we were just trying to like get up there and try to like win, try to make a statement, both of us. But they called the foul right here, and I was like pretty upset. I actually talked to the ref in between. They didn't show that, but man, I was pissed because that was my first ever foul ever in power slap, and I mean, I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like a foul, but I don't know. What do you think?
I disagree with you. I think the way that they've ruled it out, I think if you lead with the palm, like the hard bone of your wrist, I think it's a foul. So I think it was a good call myself. I mean, obviously it's hard to tell in real time, but I think if you actually listen to it with the audio, you can tell it didn't sound right from the beginning. It didn't have that natural pop to it. So that's probably what would spur it on. I mean, I think it was a fair call. I mean, looking back here and then seeing, Jesse here in the third round commit a foul. So, I think that is obviously, an error on his behalf, but he was off the mark tremendously on this slap. Clearly in the neck. Did you have any swelling on the neck? Because I know a lot of guys have had some trouble with neck shots in the past.
No, I think what swelled was right here, this part. One of his shots did get me a little bit hard.
Higher up.
But no, the neck one was, I think that one was one of the least powerful shots. The other ones had a little bit more power in them.
Yeah. So did you know here now, I guess, if you come in and do a clean shot, you essentially have the victory. Like, were you thinking that at all? Just kind of let up, or were you just trying to swing for the fences?
No, I was actually not trying to swing for the fences because I was like, you know what, this referee's calling that type of foul. So I was like, I need to be careful. So I was like, I just need to land a clean and effective foul. I mean, a shot, and not a. I think I held back a little bit just because of that previous foul, because it could have potentially gone to a tie. So I was just like, you know what, I need to hit him clean enough and hard enough that it's going to put me on top.
Totally. At this point, do you know you have the victory? Are you feeling confident?
I feel confident, but because of that foul, I was like, man, I was like, Power Slap has something against me. I don't know. I was like, in my head, I was like, man, they're doing me dirty. I don't know what the hell. I was just upset at that moment. I thought it was going to be a tie. Honestly, I thought they were going to give it a tie play. I was like, I was happy that I won, man.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, I mean, essentially the second and third round become washes with those strikes. It really comes down to that first round. Whoever had the better slap in that first round, and I think obviously you definitely did a lot more damage in that first round, and seems to be the way the judges also seen it. We can see up here on the scorecard that's the way. Actually, Michael Bisping has you guys as a tie, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think he ends up changing it though. If you see it right now, he ends up.
Okay.
He has me by 1 point up.
Gotcha. I mean, looking at this, were you surprised that Jesse stood up and took all your slaps?
Fuck yeah, man. I thought Jesse was going to be someone that I could knock out. But, man, after that first slap and he didn't go down, I was like, okay, Jesse, he's putting up what he's known for. He has that chin, and it's going to be hard to knock him out. So, yeah, I was definitely surprised. Yeah.
What's the ref saying to you right here?
So because I had in between during that foul, I had asked them, hey, because they showed the replay, so I was like, in my understanding, I understand that leading with the palm is a foul, but if you see the replay, what I was told by the other ref was as long as everything lands at the same time, and if you see the slap, even though it looks like I was leading like that, you could see that eventually it lands like with the whole with everything even. So that's why I was super upset, because that's what I was told. They said as long as everything lands at the same time, and if you see the replay, you clearly see that everything was landed at the same time. Yeah,
I mean everything happens obviously so quickly.
Yeah, it was so quick.
Yeah.
So
I said,
he was actually telling me if I want to talk to him afterwards, he could explain to me. But
I was
still upset. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Like I said, before they even called it a foul, just hearing it sounded off. Yeah. That was just me. That's all. That was just he didn't have that crisp, clean kind of gunshot pop that we normally hear when the whole hand connects. So victorious there. How was Robert Trujillo as a coach? What do you have to say
He was
about
great,
him?
man. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great. He had a lot of pointers coming in, both offensive and defensive. It was nice having him as a coach.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's great to hear. What do you want next? Where do you want to see yourself going?
I want the title, man. I want that rematch against John Davis. Now that they're doing a lot better job of calling the flinches, I think I deserve that next match against John Davis for the rematch for the title. I mean,
Awesome.
I'm 4-1. I'm ranked number 2 for some reason. I'm still ranked number 2, but I'm gonna show up my next match. If it's not against John, whoever it is, I'm gonna have to fight my way to that back to the top and get that title match again.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, seeing this match come out, you took care of business, you took care of Jesse, and now it's on to bigger and better things for you. Hopefully, we'll see you up there real soon. Obviously, we don't know if Power Slap 3, if we're going to see you there or not, but hopefully when they, announce and release that fight card, you're on there and you can continue to rise up the ranks and get that shot at John Davis once again. Obviously, with John having his, sustained an injury at Power Slap 2. We don't know his availability right now. But hopefully we'll see him back up there and you square up against him. I really appreciate you taking time going over this fight, with us here today. As always, Power Slap keeps blessing us with fights every single week. And nice to get the fighter insight into the mentality of what actually goes in to getting up there, being at the table, because it's certainly not for the faint of heart, as you can attest.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, thank you for having me and inviting me to come on here and talk about my fight. It's really great.
Awesome, man. Take care, dude. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you too, man.